Alright, I know I haven't seen any of the Predator movies just yet, but I got to see the latest teaser trailer for the new one that's gonna be coming out, and it looks okay. I mean, some of the actors are pretty decent, and visually it does look pretty interesting, but yeah, other than that, it's not really a bad teaser trailer, nor is it good or anything. I just think it's okay, so we'll see when the movie comes out. Wow, the third episode of Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, I really don't know what to think of it. I mean, this is insanity to an all-new level. I mean, everything about it is actually pretty good. Some of the jokes are still funny, the characters are still fun to watch, and I really love, Lukawa. She is, probably the best. So yeah, overall, great episode, but I just can't stop laughing. So, Kana going to school, and all of our main characters winning a dodgeball tournament. If that doesn't sound like a good recipe for another great episode of Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, I don't know what will. So, the Bohemian Rhapsody movie. An entire movie about Queen. Looks pretty interesting. I gotta look forward to, seeing it, so, yeah. Trailer is good, so I'm hoping the movie will be good. Well, seeing of how Deadpool 2 is coming out tomorrow, I thought it makes sense if I take a look at the first movie again after quite a couple of years, and I still say, it still holds up incredibly well. The action was good, the characters are really fun to watch, and I will say, Ryan Reynolds still makes a really awesome Deadpool, so yeah, it's still one of my all-time favorite movies, so if you haven't seen Deadpool yet, definitely do so. It's worth checking out. So the trailer for MOWGLI has officially came out, and I gotta say, it looks pretty good. I know the Jungle Book is probably one of the greatest stories of all time, so I'm curious to see on how Andy Serkis will actually fare up with his interpretation of this story. So yeah, I don't think MOWGLI is gonna be great in my opinion, but it is gonna be good. Well, by the looks of it, the new trailer for Christopher Robin has officially launched today, and it still looks really good. We actually got some brand new details on it, and we even got to see all the characters, like not just Pooh, but also Piglet, Eeyore, Tigger, all the other stuff. So yeah, other than that, the trailer looks really good, and I'm hoping the movie will be good. I can't wait. Well, after a long wait, I finally got to see Deadpool 2, and I have to say, that was the greatest sequel I've ever seen. The writing, the characters, the action, everything about it is absolutely amazing. So yeah, if you love the first Deadpool movie, definitely check out the sequel. It is well worth it. Deadpool 2, 5 out of 5 stars. Well worth the price of admission. Well, looks like the new trailer for Ralph Breaks the Internet is finally up, and as someone who's been on the internet for quite a long time now, it is visually interesting. So yeah, I think everything about it actually looks really good. So yeah, I am looking forward to this movie. So if you want to see the internet done right in a movie, I say this will definitely be it. I can't wait to see it. So, where do I begin with San Andreas? Well, I think I will say this, it is very action-packed, the visuals are really good, and Dwayne Johnson is a really good actor in this movie, as he normally is in every single one of those movies, but the rest, on the other hand, I guess it's just mediocre at best. So yeah, I don't think it's good, I don't think it's bad, I guess it's on the category of okay, I guess. Well, it's been a long time since I saw Poseidon, and getting to see it again after quite a while, it's actually a pretty decent remake. I mean, sure, yeah, there are some stuff that I thought were incredibly stupid and completely ridiculous, but everything else, though, I actually thought was okay. So yeah, I don't think it's good in my opinion, nor is it bad, but I'll prefer the original Poseidon Adventure a whole lot more. So yeah, the remake to the Poseidon Adventure, it was alright. Well, after a long wait, we finally got the teaser trailer to the Lego Movie 2, and it actually looks really amazing, and yeah, it actually does look pretty promising, and yeah, I think it would have been better if they subtitled this Attack of the Duplos, but it still looks really good. I really love the first Lego Movie, and I am definitely looking forward to the sequel. I think it's going to be as good as the first film. Well, looks like we finally got the teaser trailer for the Bumblebee movie, and I gotta say, it looks alright. It's, pretty much way different from any of the other Michael Bay Transformers movies, so I'm probably gonna keep my hopes up for this one, seeing of how Travis Knight, the director of Kubo and the Two Strings, is directing this movie, so, yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be good or bad or anything, but I think it's gonna be a decent spin-off. So, I just watched Into the Storm, and I gotta say, it does look nice. I mean, the visuals are pretty interesting, and the attention to detail on, how tornadoes move is really something to admire, but everything else, though, I think is just kind of lackluster. So, yeah, Into the Storm, it's not that bad, in my opinion, but, yeah, it is pretty bad. Nothing much else. Well, I guess since after seeing In the Heart of the Sea, I gotta say, it's a decent flick. Yeah, I have nothing against this movie. I actually thought it was a decent flick. I love how they handled the origin on how Moby Dick actually got its start, but other than that, I don't think it's good. I don't think it's bad in my opinion. I think In the Heart of the Sea is actually a pretty decent flick. Well, I did manage to finish up The Perfect Storm, and I gotta say, out of all the survival movies I have seen so far, I think this one, I thought was actually really good. I mean, yeah, the actors were really good. The visuals are really breathtaking. All in all, I kind of like this movie. So yeah, I guess out of all the survival movies, definitely check out the Perfect Storm. It is well worth it. Well, looks like we got another trailer for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and it actually does look really good, and I really love of how visually it looks like an actual comic book, and I have to say, some of the characters I've seen in it, they actually do look really good, so yeah, this will be a major comeback for Sony Pictures Animation, so yeah, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, I am really looking forward to it. Well, we got the very first trailer for the new How to Train Your Dragon movie, and it actually looks really good, yeah. The animation looks really nice, and Toothless falling in love? That is actually quite nice, so, yeah, I actually think the trailer for How to Train Your Dragon, The Hidden World actually looks really good, so, who knows? Maybe it might be a really good movie. We may never know. Alright, so, I want to give you guys a little heads up real quick. I've actually heard great things about the Halloween movie, seeing of how I never saw him, but I am familiar with the main killer, Michael Myers, so getting to see the trailer for the new Halloween movie that's going to be coming up, it actually does look pretty interesting, so, but yeah, some of the actors have aged pretty good, so yeah, I'm curious to see how they'll do for the new movie, so can't wait to see it. Alright, I know it's extremely late and I am a little bit tired, but this year's Tony Awards turned out to be a pretty interesting one, yeah. And all the musicals that competed this year, they were really good, so yeah. I actually thought this year's Tony Awards was actually pretty good, and a big congrats to the band's Visit for winning Best Musical this year. Well, looks like we finally got the teaser trailer for the live-action Dumbo remake, and judging by what I saw, it actually looks really good, yeah. Visually it looks interesting, and Dumbo actually looks really, realistic. It's almost like he's really there, so yeah, maybe there is some hope for this movie, but although, we, know what happened when Tim Burton remade Alice in Wonderland, so who knows? Maybe he, might get it right for this one. Well, much like what I did with Deadpool last time, seeing of how The Incredibles 2 is coming out tomorrow, I figure it makes sense if I take a look at the original Incredibles again after quite a while, and I gotta say, it's still a really great movie, yeah. The characters are interesting, the animation is amazing, and the action is incredibly well done. So yeah, if you haven't seen The Incredibles, I highly recommend it. Definitely one of my favorite Pixar movies. Alright, so we both kind of seen The Incredibles 2, and what do you think?
Oh, it is incredible.
Yes, yeah, nothing much else we can say about it. The Incredibles 2 is, well, incredible. So yeah, if you love the first film, definitely check out the sequel. It was well worth it, isn't it?
Definitely, lots of action, worth it. Just hoping 3 doesn't take 14 more years.
Yeah, we'll be quoting that line from the first movie anytime soon.
Yes.
Well, it's been a long time coming, so I figure I would take a look at another episode of Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, and I have to say, it was actually pretty good. Not great, but still pretty good. I mean, Toru learning magic, it's actually pretty good, but I will say, Toru screwing over Kobayashi's boss, that is actually really hilarious. I actually thought it really paid off. So yeah, pretty good episode, but not really the best in my opinion. Oh, another day, another episode of Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, and man, oh man, it's got some pretty good stuff, like, of course, Fafnir getting along with, Taki, getting to meet Georgie, another maid, finding out what happened to, Lukawa since, the last few episodes, it's actually pretty impressive, so yeah, overall, pretty good episode in my opinion, so definitely worth checking out. Well, this episode of Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid really intrigued me a whole lot. I mean, just mocking the idea of, beach episodes like every other anime that has been released so far, and the idea of, going to, a convention is, it actually did intrigue me a whole lot, seeing of how I've been to several conventions, so yeah, overall, really great episode. I think it's one of my favorites. Boy, that was rather fast, so yeah, it looks like another trailer for The Predator just came out, and yeah, it looks like, my opinion on this is the same thing as my opinion on the teaser trailer. It looks alright, so, but yeah, I think some of the parts in it does look, pretty good, so yeah, I'm not sure whether or not, the Predator is gonna be good or bad, but the newest trailer, it's alright. Alright, so I just got out of seeing Solo, and, I guess I will say, for, someone who actually really liked the, new Star Wars movies, I guess this one is, kind of above average, but I will say the acting is pretty good, the action is incredibly well done, and the visuals are pretty interesting, so yeah, not really the best Star Wars movie in my opinion, but it was at least passable, pretty decent flick. Well, seeing of how Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom just came out not too long ago, I figure it makes sense if I take a look at all the Jurassic Park movies to get myself prepped up for it, starting with the first one, and I gotta say, it's still a really awesome movie. Yeah, the acting was good, the direction was good, and the visuals are really amazing. So yeah, I highly recommend Jurassic Park. It is well worth it. One of my favorites. Well, after getting to experience the first Jurassic Park movie again, I figure I would take a look at one of the many sequels that have been released so far, starting with The Lost World, and it was okay, I guess, but still, to be fair, the actors were actually pretty good, and the visuals, they're still, pretty good, but the rest, however, it's a little lackluster, and some were just okay, so yeah, The Lost World, it was alright. Well, I just finished up watching Jurassic Park 3, which many people say is the worst out of, all of them so far, but is it really the worst? But, I mean, don't get me wrong, I think it's a bad movie, but it just kind of felt more like a B movie in my opinion, so yeah, Jurassic Park 3, it is bad, yes, but to me, I don't think it comes close to being the worst, but yeah, it's, pretty bad in my opinion. Well, I've decided to wrap up watching all the Jurassic Park movies by looking at Jurassic World, and it's actually a really good flick, so yeah, definitely captured the magic of the, first film, but made up for the two sequels that happened, before, but I guess in comparison with, this and the first film, this one is the second best out of all of them, so yeah, Jurassic World, in my opinion, it's actually a really good movie. So, the teaser trailer for Wonder Park has just dropped, and it looks okay. I mean, it's not gonna do much for me. I'm not sure if it's gonna be good or not, but it looks like a pretty harmless, kids movie, but yeah, I will say the animation does look pretty good, and, the park itself actually does look pretty nice, so yeah, I think it's gonna be a harmless kids movie, so yeah, the teaser trailer's alright.